Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today we are bringing you process video number 4 for March's 30 days or build a page, and it's also sketch number 25 for Christy's 30 days of sketches. So this sketch was designed by Jessie B Scrapbooking, and she just did a really cute design with a title here, a little bit of an embellishment down here, one photo, some torn paper, and another, you have your triangle like that. So we're going to go ahead and get going. This is a great one for scraps. Now, I went ahead off camera and I printed a picture of our Christmas tree from this year. It's a new one, so I wanted to make sure I had that documented. And off camera, I also went and took the scraps that we had pulled out together, and I went ahead and cut them out with my Cricut. They're just like a 3-inch by maybe a little bit under 3 inches when it's all said and done. And then I just hand cut them with black paper for a little bit of border because I thought it would help pop them off of this brick paper. And then I'm going to grab another piece of black paper because I do want to mat this onto the black paper. And then I have all the scraps that were left over so that we can do that little bottom embellishment. And it looks like she did a little bit of tearing on each of the edges, so we're going to do that as well. So let's just go ahead and move these to the side. And I think what I'll first do is go ahead and mat my photo. And then I had gone and I had put these brads to the side, and I had 3 of them. And do you think I could find the third one? Heck no. It's somewhere in my room. So I'm going to put the 2 on and hold off on pulling out a third one because I'm sure it's going to show up at some point in my room as I'm cleaning things up. So, and of course ATG runs out, so let's go ahead and change that. Let me put you on hold while I change this out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have that changed up. Forgot to put that back on. And 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and get this matted. I just think I love black because it just gives it such a nice pop of color on the background, especially when you have something like that. It's a nice defining neutral, and I don't use it enough. Let's go ahead and put this to the side here. And then we'll go ahead and trim this one down. Trim off the branding strip. And actually I need to cut it down so that I can have a frame. So we'll go ahead and cut it down to 11.5 by 11.5. That'll give me a 1/4 inch frame all the way around. Go. And then we will go ahead and do a little bit of distressing on this. Let me grab my distressing tool. And I want this little like torn edge because that's what Jessie has in her sketch, so I just kind of want to emphasize that with the distressing. This is I've had this one for years. This was just from Close to My Heart. It was with a card making distressing kit. I know that Stamping Up sells them with theirs, and I think Tim Holtz may have some as well if you just go to your local big box craft store. And as you can see, I'm not real concerned about how messy the tear is. I really want that scuffed up look. And I'm definitely getting it here. Now this is a little bit thinner paper. I forget which paper pad this came out of. So I'm going to go ahead and mat it on the full piece of paper just to give it a little bit more beef behind it. Also, if you have paper pads and there's papers that you don't like and that you're not using them necessarily for the frame itself, but you just want to beef up the back of the paper, those papers that are not your favorites in the paper pads that you can't see yourself making a layout from, those are great for using to kind of double up your paper, or use the white side of it to do with white matting. All right, so here we have our background, we have our picture, and then what she had was all of the hexagons going kind of like a flower pattern, 2, 3, and then 2. And we're just going to kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of lay them out. And we need to have the top part up. Now, unfortunately, some of my patterns didn't go the right way when I cut them out on my Cricut, but I'm okay with that. They're a little sideways. That's all right. It all works. All right, and I'm going to move it to the right just a little bit more, just because I'm going to have the photo here, and I don't want to cover it all up. And I think I might move this one down a little. I think I'm using a larger picture than what she had in her sketch. So I think what I might do is tack down the center of the photo, and I think I'm going to build the hexagons around that just so that they can fit in. And if I have to like cut one extra one, I will. But I want to have as much of the hexagon showing as possible. So I know I want this one, so I'll put that one like that. And I just want it over enough so I can tell what the shape of it is, that it is a hexagon, so you get that, the look and the feel. And then I want to make sure that none of my colors or patterns, so like I don't want a flowered pattern next to a flower pattern, so that's why I'm going to grab like this wood grain one and put that here. Plus, it's got an embellishment here, and this is more of a solid paper. So by putting this one here, when I build my embellishments, I'm not going to have a lot of busy pattern with busy things. And so we'll go ahead and we'll add this one here. Get some green in. And let's go. I think we'll add that one here. Like that. I'm going to add that one there. I think we'll add this one here. I like that pattern. And then maybe I'll add, do I want this here? Or do I want it up here? Kind of like it here. if I go like to here, then I have this gap here, and I don't want that. So I still want to continue on with that, the same look, and so you can still see the pop at the bottom, and I like that. Now, if I have my way, I think it needs to be pulled down a little bit. So we're going to see if we can move all this without doing too much damage to it. And this is what I like about using ATG. As long as you don't push it down real hard, it can be a little bit more forgiving and let you move things. And then once you want it in place, if you just give it a little bit more of a more stronger push to rub it down, then it stays in place. And I really don't have my items falling off. All right, I like that. So you can see all those hexagons, you can see the corners, and we have something to build on. And we still have room down here to build a cluster. So our first cluster is going to be kind of, she has it down here, but I have some decorations here. So I think I'm going to build mine up here because I have the white space from our picture window that really doesn't have anything in here. And so I think I'm going to go from there. I kind of like these little clusters of trees. So if I go and put one here and then another one next to it, and then use the deck the halls as kind of my base. And then I just want a little bit more greenery. And so I think what I'll do is this little holly. And I'm okay with that. So that builds up that little cluster there. So then my other space that I have that really doesn't have a lot is right here, and they had a title right here. So I'm thinking I want to say joy, because when I put up my Christmas tree, it does bring me joy. And I think I'm going to put this Christmas tree tag down here, and I can build up for there. And then I just need one more here, and then I have this other little row of trees that says the magic of Christmas. So here's my three main clusters, and then my little side one here. So another thing that I have in here is this little green banner, and I think I could go ahead and build that off the side and use that for one of my other embellishments. I have another little tree, and so I think I'm going to put the little tree up here on that little green banner. It does blend in a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. And if I put this little ornament under it, it kind of has it pop off like that. Maybe. Wait, let's rearrange a little. Okay, I like that. And I have another little holly. Like that below. And let's just put the little ornament like it's laying down on the ground in front of the joy. Now I have 3 puffies, and of course this one landed on the picture because, you know, that's what happens. There we go. All right, Christmas magic, magic and bright, deck the halls. So I think I'm gonna go deck the halls, merry and bright. And I'm not sure about that. Okay, I think I like the holly up high. And we can put that other little I like that down there better. Now I have a little bit of holly. Nope. I'm not seeing where I'm wanting this put in, so I'm not going to use the holly. And let's see what we have for this little lantern. That look better here? Nope. I don't think I want any of those on here. I was thinking about putting it like right here, but I don't like this because it looks too low. And if I had something that could go that doesn't look too bad because that kind of fills in a gap. Let me see if I can bring this across and see if it kind of bridges the gap. No, I don't like that. I do like it there. Okay, that's not bad. Now I do have these 2 brads. I have one that's the house, and I have one that is joy. And I think the joy would look good up here, and that will finish that little gap off there that I'm not really loving. There, that's not bad. And then instead of the ornament, I'm thinking I want that little home brad right here. All right, I like that. Now, where could we put? Nope, that looks forced. All right, like it like that, just making it more of a bigger cluster down here. All right, that is it. We're gonna call this one done. And I'll just do a little journaling down here about it being our new Christmas tree. And pretty happy with how that turned out. It went really quick. Again, this is process video number 4 for our March Build-A-Page using the sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, sketch number 25. That was by Jessie B. So thank you so much for stopping by, and we've got one more, I believe, to do, and we will be all done with the March Build-A-Page. Thanks so much for your time, and have a great day. Bye.